Hey friends, Stacy here with Kzoo Keto, and this is our recipe of the week. We are leaving on a camping trip tomorrow again. We want something that we can heat up quickly and eat because we're going to be staying in another Harvest Toast. I think they have power that we're going to be able to hook up to, but I'm not entirely sure. So this is something that we can heat either in our combo convection microwave oven, or we can heat it in the stove in the camper. I'm making up the recipe tonight so I can pack it in the camper, and when we get to where we're going tomorrow, we'll film the try it and then we'll update everybody on week 3. So what we're trying is like a biscuit type thing with beef or ground meat in it. They're called Bisckies, and it's from a website called kimhowerton.com, and I will leave that link below. For this recipe, we need cream cheese, almond flour, coconut flour, ground meat, eggs, baking powder, crushed up pork rinds, shredded cheese, and taco seasoning. I made it a little easier on myself because we made up taco meat last night and we had some leftovers. So I decided, because the recipe says you can use whatever seasonings you want, I'm going to use taco meat, and we're going to make it kind of like taco biscuits. You guys know how much we like Mexican food, so we're doing that. So we need the eggs. So we put in the cream cheese and the eggs. Mix them up. I used the spreadable cream cheese, so I didn't have to microwave it, but it still is a little lumpy. So I'm letting this run for extra time just to try and work out all those lumps. It's not nearly as lumpy as it would have been had I used regular cream cheese. Now we put in the baking powder. And while I'm doing this, I don't know if anybody's noticing or if anybody cares, but I'm not wearing my apron that I typically wear because it's like the hottest day of the year right now, and it is hot as balls. Incidentally, fun fact, it's also Greg and I's 10th anniversary of our first date, and he's off playing D&D. Which I don't care. Half the time we can't even remember when it is. I wouldn't remember if it wasn't on the calendar. Him being gone and taking the kids and leaving the house to myself is a present, believe me. Almond flour, coconut flour, and pork rinds. The recipe says that you can make this sweet or savory. I don't know how I feel about pork rinds being in something sweet. I'm gonna probably have to try it, but I'm a little on it. But I'm also a little on using the coconut flour and something savory because that always has a little bit of a sweetness to it. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel about these. Then we're gonna put in our seasoning. The meat is already pretty seasoned because Greg made it and he makes it kind of spicy. So I'm only doing like maybe 3/4 of a teaspoon, and we'll mix it again. Alright, we're done with this part of it. And of course I naturally forgot to preheat the oven. So that gets preheated at 350 degrees. With that, I've got out my cookie sheet and my parchment. No, this isn't parchment. My Silpat mat. Get the rest of that off the paddle. Scrape down the sides. Now we fold in our meat and our cheese. So we'll plop that in there. And I'm using Mexican cheese. Probably a little too much because I'm not measuring, but that's okay because cheese is good, except when it causes my face to break out. And we're folding. So it appears that this is a mixture of probably about half ground meat and half kind of like a biscuit mixture. Then you got the cheese mixed in. And the instructions say to put it on the sheet in 6 to 8 mounds. So we're gonna attempt 8. And we definitely have enough for 8. I suppose if you want to make them smaller, you could probably make a lot more of these, and then they could be like a a side complement to whatever your main meal is. Or like us, tomorrow night we're going to use them as our entire meal. So having them bigger is better. I'm wondering how much they're going to run and mix together though with the cheese. And maybe they're bigger because I didn't measure my cheese and I probably have too much cheese. And because I am who I am, I can't stand it when they're all messy looking. So we're gonna kind of mold them into little balls. It's the Virgo in me. They're not perfect, but they're a lot better. And also it helps me to know which ones need more, from like the smaller ones to the bigger ones. Some of them are really big, some are pretty small compared to the really big ones. So we'll just take a little from that one and throw it in there, a little from that one and throw it in there, a little from that one, throw it there, and a little more from that one and that one. So they're about, I don't know, the size of a lime. No, that's still too small. Maybe the size of a big lime or a small lemon. And we're just gonna, I'm gonna push them down a little bit. Now they're going to go in the oven for at least 20 minutes. We'll check them at 20 minutes, see if they're done. Can take up to 25. Turns out they needed the 35 minutes. But they're done. They smell delicious. They look delicious. Gonna let them cool off, throw them in the fridge, and then I'll be back tomorrow with Greg doing a taste test and giving you an update on where we're at. Apologies, friends. In the process of editing this video, I realized we have no audio for the try it portion of the video. Needless to say, they were good. We'll be making them again, and we do talk about them a little bit in our follow-up talking head portion of the weight update.
Those are pretty good. I enjoyed those. Although I think the habanero salsa left a few moments to be desired the next day. So one thing about the whole keto and being keto is that whole process takes a lot longer. Like before, carbs, overdo it on the hot sauce, like like within 8 hours, sometimes even sooner. But with keto, it could be the whole next day and you're like, what in the heck is going on? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I had habanero salsa last night. Or 2 nights ago. So, but yeah, those are good. I think there's lots of different options that we can explore with those.
Oh yeah, I'm totally planning on, you know how I get when I find something new that I think I can alter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have those for weeks. We got some pulled pork coming up. We'll have to see about a way to incorporate that meat into those, because I think that'd be a good thing. If we do that,
good. That's a whole different type of meat.
Doesn't matter.
That's shredded instead of ground.
Doesn't matter. Should matter.
We could try it.
Should be good. Well,
you know, we have some of those Live Low.
Live Low?
Live Low, some of those Live Low baking biscuit mixes with us. We could probably try it this week.
Yeah, you could. Probably make a casserole with that
and
too.
Just make it a little easier. Instead of making up a biscuit mix, I can just use a pre-made one.
Right.
And throw some cream cheese in it, because what's food without cream cheese?
Not something Stacy wants to eat. That's for sure. But we made it to our final destination for the week. We're at Bisckies. It's a couple days after we've gotten here now. Been enjoying some of the local fare. Speaking of fare, slight cheat day yesterday.
I made the mistake of letting everybody know there was a county fair going on this weekend.
Yeah, it's been like 4 or 5 years since we've been to a fair of any sort.
I think it's been longer.
And I think you went in feeling like, yeah, I'm being strong.
Well, I went into it feeling nauseated from the trip there.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, it was rough riding. Some of these back roads, and my brother-in-law is...
somebody's a little bit of an aggressive driver.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
and you're used to me being like grandpa style. But
I've adapted the grandpa style, so I can't.
Eventually,
I'm not prepared for the stop and go anymore.
Exactly. Slamming on the brakes,
it was like
going on the curb.
3 of us in the back, and I was the one sitting bitch.
Well, yeah, she moved me to bitch after that. But yeah, so we had some pretty good
definite.
fun at the fair, but we went off plan.
Yeah.
So we let ourselves pretty much just go off plan for the day. And we ate a lot of stuff, but we did keep it all in one day. I haven't eaten anything. I'm back to fasting. Stacy looks like she might be
I was gonna
making
fast,
toast or
but,
something, but
yeah, I
keto
made some
toast.
keto-friendly toast because I'm having some issue with muscle pain right in here, which I think is transference from like a pinched nerve up here. Anyway, I read to take an anti-inflammatory, so usually when I do that stuff, I have to eat something or I'm going to be nauseated for the rest of the day.
Yep. So you'll be very curious to see what week 4 numbers look like. But we're not on week 4 yet. We're still good in week 3. And today's you'll throw these on screen, but as of the 21st, I was at 267.6, which is half a pound. It's 0.6 pounds lower than previous. So I'll take it. Because I think
moving in the right direction.
there was one day that I made the mistake of eating an English muffin that wasn't keto, that should have been keto. I kind of got it mixed up with my mom and dad's. And you remember this? Yeah. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, this is actually pretty good. And Stacy's like, I don't think that's a keto one. So my mom ate it. She thought it was good, but yeah. So I'll take still a half a pound loss. I'm okay with that. This week, I think so precursor to week 4 is that I lost a lot more than that, but we'll see how the fair affects me when I weigh in tomorrow. So
that's right, tomorrow is weigh-in day.
Tomorrow is weigh-in day.
So mine actually had quite a jump. I went from 279.6 to 274.2, so that's a 5.4 pound loss in the week. I don't know how it happened.
Pretty good.
But I'll take it.
Yeah.
And that gives me about 15 pounds overall lost since starting, which is
awesome.
Crazy.
I think I'm like 8 or 9. So somebody says that men always have such a easy. I know I'm gonna get some hate messages from this. So every woman says men have it much easier losing weight, but she's losing more weight than I am.
I also am not, because yesterday was not your first cheat though.
No, I mentioned the English muffin. Well, I did mention the ice cream when we were at Little River.
No, I'm talking about here. You were eating.
Oh, I had something
Friday
last night. What did I eat?
Not last night, Friday night.
Yeah.
You had some of that popcorn.
Oh, I did have some of the caramel popcorn.
Peanut butter. He had peanut butter M&Ms. I turned them down.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I only had a few. I didn't go nuts.
Yeah, you
and
didn't
I think
have a
like
lot,
last
but
night we went nuts, and I think that's usually the problem that we get into is when we go nuts. Then it's, I don't know. What do you guys' experience with this? If you give yourself a cheat day, do you allow yourself to go kind of like nuts and whatever you've been oppressing, you just kind of let it up, put it all out there? Or do you kind of like, it's interesting because she's like, everything we have to eat now because tomorrow we're back to hardcore. And it's like, I don't know, are you doing your body a disservice by just putting it through hell? Or are you better off maybe extending your cheat like another day just to avoid shoving everything in your face at once? I don't know.
I don't know if it's doing your body a disservice. It seems like it would be, but I feel like it's doing your mind a disservice, at least for me, like your mental state. Because then, like I said earlier, I got up this morning and I just wanted to nosh. I just want to take it all and shove it all in, and I've been doing pretty decent with that this week.
Yep. But anyway, we're still out for another week and a day. We won't get back home until Labor Day. And as you guys, as Stacy alluded in an earlier clip, we're at the yak farm. We've got some pretty cool pictures and drone footage of that I'm sure Stacy will incorporate somewhere in this video, perhaps now.
Perhaps already did. Perhaps
already done. So we actually went out into the little buggy, and Stacy also included the GoPro, and we're able to witness the yaks emerging upon this thing. We were able to feed them.
We got about 70 total right now.
Hello.
She will stand there and take them all day long. That girl she's the dominant one of the group. And her here, you see a lot of the rest of them don't even try to come in. That's Raven.
You can't eat that.
Are you smelling me? Or are you
And it was a lot of fun. These guys are cool. And now my
They're cool,
daughters.
but I was a little terrified.
Yeah, you were terrified.
They're big. Like, they're not as big as I expected them to be.
And those are the females. The males are a bunch bigger.
Yeah, but they're from far away. They're not as big as I expected them to be.
Up close, they're still huge.
Up close, when you're in an enclosed but very open vehicle, and their heads are right there, I was like, oh, mama.
Mama. Yep. And I was like, we had a lot of footage from the guy, Mark, who was talking about them, and a lot different than I expected. Like, some of the research I did originally, like, I thought they were like, you needed to maintain a certain temperature control, but it sounds like these guys are hardy as heck. And in fact, he mentioned in the video, and maybe you didn't catch this, but he mentioned in the video that they originally came to North America through the Canadian lines to try to breed with their cows so that the cows become more hardy. That's pretty cool, right? Sounds like it didn't work, because he also talks about the fact that they have like a courting ritual that the males and the females kind of go through, and it takes days to sort of develop that, and then eventually
It gets the female warmed up, and it also gets the male warmed up in the sense that it gets their sperm counts up.
Yeah.
Because he was saying that they've tried artificial insemination, but it only works like 50% of the time, and that's why.
Got to get your bull worked up before you can capture the seed.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like this Harvest Host stuff. It's
It's
allowed us to learn about,
yeah.
like, I am a lifelong learner, and I like to learn
Me
about
too.
new things.
Me too.
Especially when you're kind of immersed in it.
Yep.
And it helps you, I think it helps me to retain the information if I'm actually immersed in it, rather than
Yep.
reading it online or hearing it told to me or something like that.
For sure. Yeah, I'm a research before, and Stacy's a research during. So it's kind of weird. So there's things that I'll pick up, and then there's like, oh, hey, did you know? I'm like, yep, I knew that. Oh, did you know that? Yep, I knew that. Yep. Why? And she's literally sitting right next to the creature that she's researching. That she didn't have the forethought to do it. I mean, I don't know. Everyone's a little different, but so making pulled pork today, and we're gonna be probably utilizing some of that this week. But I don't think anybody took a picture of the steaks last night, but
No,
my
we
mom.
didn't.
The rule is that we always make it a means for my mother to be able to go to her casino, which is like the thing that she loves to do. And she's also very lucky, so she wins. So we took her to this Petoskey casino yesterday, dropped her off, and the stipulation is that we'll go and pick you up, drop you off, do all that stuff. But if you win a sizable amount of money, usually over $500, you got to cough up $100 for steak dinner. And we had a steak dinner last night. That was
You guys
awesome.
did.
Yeah, she opted for salmon, which is
really
funny
like
because we
salmon.
had 6 T-bone steaks,
Eh.
and they were amazing. And I cooked them over our solo stove. I'll have to get you a video of that happening. Steaks are gone, so that's not happening this time. But next time we get a winner, we'll show you the solo stove and all that stuff too. This thing is an awesome device. You can probably see some smoke wafting through. I'm smoking that pork butt with my my grill. Yeah, we're living our best life right now. This week is going to probably be pretty rough for me. Some work stuff going on. But at least we are not home. We are living this great life. Sounds like Tuesday is also going to rain, so it's going to be
stuck inside
all
most
around
of the
bad
day.
day, I guess, that day. But we got some other cool stuff coming up. We got we're going to the Ionia State Park next weekend, visiting with some friends. And then not only that, but the week after next, we're going to go to a Renaissance fair, and we're going to be staying at another Harvest Toast.
Yeah, can't wait for that.
And we won't share what the details of that one is, but Stacy's pretty excited.
And I'm also, when we're camping in Ionia, I'm driving over to Charlotte for the Festival of Oddities, and I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I'll be at the campground. Relaxing, chilling.
Probably have some pictures or maybe some footage. It depends on how I feel about actually filming in public.
Small chance, guys. All right, guys. Well, I think that concludes our week 3 update video. Make sure you tune in for week 4 and see how our cheat day treated us. And also, we'll have some pretty cool stuff from other areas in Petoskey that we explore and do. So, if you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. It is totally free, and it kind of helps support the channel. If you
share the videos, that also helps support the channel.
It does indeed. Someone else who's interested or maybe going through a struggle and wants a little reassurance, we're your people. Keep it real here on this channel. So if you found the entertaining or if you found the video informative, please smash that like button for us. It does really help promote everything. So we'll keep making these videos as long as you guys keep wanting them. If there's anything you want to see or anything you want to know about, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
I've lost my phone. Where's my phone? There it is. Not Joanne's. This one. Why is it falling forward now all of a sudden? The beater, batter, the paddle. Paddle! It's a paddle. Where's the damn button?